How you doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, the Skyline's back. It is not painted, it has none bodywork done to it. So we are on the way up to the garage. Say we, I'm going to be doing it, to put the overfenders on, front and back, and maybe do a bit of filler work as well. Why not? I mean, I'm a body shop now, so yeah, as soon as these traffic get out of the way, we'll get up there. Just filled the car up, the AMG, 70 quid. But I did buy some biscuits and a kind of monster as well, so maybe the biscuit price has gone up. But yeah, 70 quid for 3/4 of a tank. But yeah, we'll ignore that. Right, let's get up to the garage anyway, we're almost there. Show you the state of the Skyline. It's pretty much the same as when it went. But yeah, let's have a look. NBC. Do you like my painted Skyline? Not painted. Nothing's been done. So basically they promised me they're going to paint it on the first week of January. First car they do this year. Or sorry, next year. But in the meantime I took it back and I said that I'm going to fit the overfenders, the front quarters, whatever you call them, front fenders, and maybe do a bit of filler work. Obviously I've never done that before, so let's have a go. Alan's Customs. Hey! What happened? I want to go fit it. Any tips, mate? Come over and ask.
I've got work tomorrow anyway. I've got to do wheelbarrow and an engine run.
That's a lot of work for you, mate. You do alright, will you?
It is a lot of work. I don't see the engine run.
Well, I've done it in a minute, drilled a load of holes, gone right round. I still haven't finished yet, I need to do down here and down the bottom bit. But yeah, done a load of holes in my car. So, holes drilled for the pot rivets. All I've done is scuffed up the paint for the adhesive, the panel bonder as you call it. I wouldn't call it panel bonder. I couldn't find any, well I could find it, it was on Amazon and eBay and all that, the 3M panel bonder, so I just went and winged it as I usually do. Put some Gorilla adhesive, grabs everything, including overfenders. So yeah, I've scuffed back all the paint, and I'm going to, I've put some rust prevention stuff, this the stuff I've been using all the time for this car, Hydrate 80. Prevents rust. So hopefully we don't get no rust where I've drilled, because I've had enough of rust with this car. After we just chopped all these arches out and got rid of all the rust, don't want it to come back, do we? So I've wanged a load of that on, spilt a bit, but hey, that's it. I'll put some panel bonder up, clean it all up after this is dried, wax and grease remover, and pop with it the panel on. And that's the first panel sort of done-ish. We have bonded it on with the Gorilla adhesive, and then we've popped all these, can't remember what they're called now, they basically hold it in. And I'm going to pop with it in a minute, but I'm waiting for the airline because someone's using it. Pop with it on, do the other side. Right, I'm just carrying on from where we were before. Overfenders are on. I decided I'm going to try and sort out underneath. Sorry about the noise, somebody's grinding over there, welding. I'm try and sort out some of the underneath before it doesn't rotate. So you've got the classic spots where on the boomerangs here, we got some rust. I'm gonna get them welded up and repaired. But to do that, I'm gonna need, well, I want to anyway. I probably might be able to get away with it. But I'm gonna drop the subframe and the fuel tank and try and give that a bit of a clean up as well. Because obviously, you know, if you've been following, or the front one, what I did before, that's all mint. Or the hammer, I didn't powder coat it or nothing. I'm gonna try and do the same with the back one. Clean it all up because it is rustic. But yeah, this is before. Oh, we need some love. Let's get cracking. So prop shaft out. This little support bracket that goes across here. One bolt survived, well one nut come off. 2 snapped, good effort, 1 out of 3. Yeah, prop shaft is off. Now we've taken off the handbrake cables that are mounted up there. Taking this off now. And start with the subframe. Yeah, let's go. Right guys, it is off. Bit of a mesh, but not too bad. Broke one of the big bolts. See, there's a big long bolt that holds the subframe on this side. Snap the end of it off. So I think you can feed another new one through, and if I can, I'll try and buy a whole subframe bolt replacement kit. If they do that, look at the spider webs on that. Drift works, no control arms. But yeah, there you go. Is it shiny yet?
Yeah.
When I feel it's chrome, the whole subframe is chrome. Why you don't grind your own armour? Me and Rex done a little bit of grinding on it. Yeah, still got loads of work to do. Still got loads of flaky rust bits. It's not too bad. I'm not going to go too in depth on it. Underneath, oh yeah, the fuel tank's out as well. I've chucked that upstairs. Give that a clean off, wash down as well. That'll come up really nice because it's plastic. No rust for a change. Yeah, the only rust we found was on these like parts where the boomerangs go, as you say. So I've got somebody to cut that out and weld that, because that was making like a box section, and as you all know, if you've followed me for a while doing this car, I ain't no professional welder. I have a little go, chopping arches and stuff, but that's about it. But yeah, other than that, we just need to grind all this surface rust back with the old wire wheel. And then I've bought some Raptor liner and some, obviously you're going to like primer it, what's it called, the red stuff up, yeah, whatever you put underneath Raptor anyway. So that's the plan today. Do that all the way back. Car will be under sealed. Yeah, let's get cracking. I've expanding foamed the inside of the arch, so we've got no gap there, and it should be, obviously once it's dried, solid. I've grinded away all the rust that I could be bothered to do, basically. And built and ambered it. Sha-da-da-da-da. But yeah, that's got to dry. Chop all the way the access. Okay guys, so I was just showing you the back end. I've not done this, I've just built and ambered the front at the minute, because there's still a bit more of the sills I want to fix out and pull out before we primer it all and whatnot. But yeah, I've done the back end, built and ambered it, and then just stuck some grey primer with some like anti-corrosion stuff in. There's the expanding foam on the arch. Cut it down. And a fiberglass over here next time because it's still a bit wet. And subframe is hammer rated. But that's it for today. Okay guys, I hope you like how it's all going at the minute. What I've done with this video is I've tried to do a few things rather than like one thing. I mean, like the Overfenders putting on, then a different video. I just thought I'd maybe make a bit of a longer video and a bit more of an interesting video, cut out all the boring stuff. Obviously I've not like shown you all the grinding underneath because, yeah, I mean, anybody can stick a wire wheel on a drill bit or a grinder and grind away rust. So I've skipped all that, but let me know if let me know what you think of the build so far anyway in the comment section down below. Obviously that with this video we've just done the Overfenders, panel bonded the Overfenders on, drilled holes straight in, pop riveted it, boom, and then expanding foam in the gap between the arch and the body of the car. Shave that down. I'm going to fiberglass that, which is next, then the next video. Fiberglass so it's nice and smooth. And then yeah, we've grinded all the rust underneath away, dropped the subframe, dropped the fuel tank. All I've done at the minute is just primered it. I've built and ambered it as well underneath the primer, so that hopefully that stops the rust even more. The primer we use has also got like a rust preventative in it, and yeah, it's gonna have Raptor coat underneath, the classic under seal. And yeah, like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, next up, fiberglass in and Raptor coating hopefully. Bit more welding to do underneath. All I did with the welding as well, because there was a box section that I've shown you on the previous bit there, that I got a mobile welder basically in Plymouth that comes around, does all your welding that you need, charges you an hourly rate, and then you pay him. So yeah, but as I said, like and subscribe to the channel guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I don't know where I am, I don't know where you take me, I don't know where you take me. I just follow your trail and I'm